Hello, the Reverend Algernon Fortescue Brown here. I've been asked to introduce this short film with a quote from Paul's epistle to Timothy, which goes thus: "The love of money is the root of all evil." Yes. Goodbye.
Rumours have been circulating to the effect that I am a miserable old skinflint and that I can utilise my clenched buttocks as a nutcracker. But I emphatically deny it. True, my father was a Yorkshireman and brought me up on the Tykes motto: see all, hear all, say nowt. Eat all, sup all, pay nowt. And if there does outs for nowt, allus do it for the sen. So, in this short public information film, I wish to pass on a few hints and tips on how to make ends meet. To begin with, it is essential not to waste cash. So, if the weather gets colder, don't automatically switch on the heating. It's surprising how warm you can be with a few extra layers of clothing. Also, a small black and white TV will save money on both reduced electricity costs and a cheaper licence. Of course, if you must have colour, then a good pair of binoculars can prove invaluable in viewing your neighbour's telly across the street. There is the problem of sound, but a good lip-reading course can solve this. If that fails, get your neighbour to switch on the subtitles. After a few years of these economies, you should have a few bobs saved up and be able to start living it up a bit more. You can never have too much money, but you can now start earning in different, more leisurely ways. Stocks and shares can give a good return for one's efforts. Naturally, it is essential to keep one's finger on the pulse of the market, and when the moment is right, one must act decisively. A small fortune can be made by judicious dealing in antiques. Take this magic lantern for example, a cheap enough item in the 19th century, but now worth a bob or two. The Victorians always enjoyed a good lantern slide show and had apparently never heard of political correctness, if one judges by the contents of this slide. Timepieces can also prove to be a sound investment. Not every watch will appreciate in value, but you can't go far wrong with an early 20th century solid gold Rolex and chain. Not only must the case and double backs be in good condition, but the movement must be in perfect working order. Even my good lady wife tried to get in on the act, God bless her. She purchased this early, genuine 18th century display cabinet, but didn't really appreciate the significance of the tempered glass logo. Anyway, it turned out quite handy for keeping a few choice items like this genuine Chinese vase from the Ouflung Dung dynasty. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? If I went and dropped it, I could get 250 quid from You've Been Framed. Now wouldn't that be an easy way to make money? Oh well, perhaps not this time. I hope I've been of some use to you and shown that it is indeed the pennies that make the pounds. And as for money being the root, it is the root to a life of idle luxury. Goodbye.